But that's what the nation believes, is
Uh,
it not?
yeah. So then, yeah, that is true. But the military strategists and the media, the people in the media should know better. But okay, yeah. But I get your point.
I just see this as if if people believe that, that's sad. Oh my God, that's sad. Jackson, where are you getting this from? I'd like to hear that. Where are you thinking that that's the case?
Yeah. Like you see, like for example, right? I believe China can take Taiwan and America will not respond. That's what
At
I
all,
believe.
at all, at all.
That's
I
what
I
I believe.
completely concur with
So
you. I
that's
believe
what I
that. I
believe.
don't think that that's ever. Yeah, I don't see that happening in the least. There's no way we're gonna piss in China's Wheaties. It ain't happening.
We don't have a force or the intelligence that is strong enough that will make me believe that we can confidently win in that situation. So we may as well not put our soldiers on the line. That's just the way I see it. It is what it is.
Well, and
And
in
for who? For
turn, they've
what? For
also
Taiwan
convinced the
and for
public. Yeah,
Taiwan? Nah,
yeah.
yeah, nah, nah.
And in turn, they've also, convinced our populace that, there's a threat of actual nuclear war, which is dumb as shit. That's never happening. We're so far beyond nuclear, it's ridiculous. That's why it scared the shit out of me when Putin threatened us. What was it, like maybe 6 or 8 months ago, when he threatened us with HEM? I mean, that's an actual threat. Fuck nuclear.
Yeah, but the U.S. has always kind of like when it comes to Russia, we've always avoided confrontation, always, and especially in the not just in what's happening with Ukraine, but look at what happened in Syria, because
Exactly.
when
Yes.
Putin had sent his warplanes and his military into Syria to prop up Assad, the Syrian regime, America was what he literally told America, don't fly in this airspace. And that's not even his airspace. That's Syria's airspace. And America and Obama had told Putin this is the red line. He drew a red line, and Putin walked all over that red line. He sent his troops into, and all America did was send weapons against the opposing force. But at the end of the day, Assad is still running Syria because of Putin, and America can't do shit
Correct.
about it. And Russia
Exactly.
controls
Yeah.
their airspace. Yeah. So but if it wasn't America, let's say it was another country, I think they probably would have second guessed it. But when it comes to when it comes to Russia, America always avoids confrontation, always. And when Putin threatens nuclear weapons and stuff, the U.S. usually they back down. I don't want to
No,
use the
but
word back down,
but
but
wait a
they
second.
be
But that's the
you know
thing. That Putin isn't threatening nuclear weapons. Pliskin got it right, by the way. You are absolutely 100% Pliskin. It's Odin all day and twice on Sunday. You don't even have to worry about, like,
yeah.
the real threat of technology is HEM, folks. We're way beyond anything to do with a fission process. Way beyond it. And then again, go ahead, Chemo.
So, what's HEM? Can you explain it, please?
It's a high electromagnetic weapon.
Oh, okay. I know what that is. Never mind.
But the premise of what I'm saying, Box One, is when Putin ramps up his rhetoric of what he will do, because like anytime America or NATO talk about and giving any type of implication of entering that into Ukraine, and Putin ramps up his rhetoric, they usually will back down. They will back down. They will. Trust me.
Look,
It's happening.
if you really
You know?
pinpoint, like if you start telling people, look, man, Putin is using Ukraine as literally like a junkyard. Like serious as a heart attack. He's using it as a junkyard. All the shit that he's been sending in, it's all shit that they needed to get rid of. All the shit that they needed to spend. All the shit that they needed to get rid of.
Yeah.
All this outdated equipment is all. I mean, he's basically using Ukraine like a giant junkyard.
Yeah. But you know,
and then on top of that, let's look at things like swarm technology. Wait a second, Mercy. You've been Air Force.
No, before you get into the next topic, you got to ask your question: why are we in that position? Because of years and years of fucking our own self over when it comes to the technology.
Yeah.
We're not putting enough money into what we need to, into the development, into training of our personnel. So we that's why we're in that position today. So that we can't overlook that as well. Go ahead.
Look, we don't even have to have I look at it as at this stage in the game, ground forces are so outdated it's ridiculous. All you would have to do, all you would have to do is literally load, even an old school C-130 up with swarm technology and fly over any major metropolis, and you go to bed.
Send a couple drones. Simple. You need a couple. Since the drones,
you don't need drones. Well. Fuck drones. You don't need drones. You need micros. You need swarm tech. You open up the back of a C-130 and let swarm tech out. You're done. It's over. You start rolling. APs. You start rolling APCs down the street using metal storm technology. If you don't know what it is, look it up. I mean, we were so far beyond.
I get your point. I get your point. But since the invention of drones, usually back in the day, you needed a pilot on an aircraft for every mission, right? That mission has been cut down 50, 60% and replaced by drones.
Or more. And you don't even need to have, you don't even have to have the pilot. Like the seated computer pilot. You don't even need that anymore.
Because I do consider the pilot a ground force. I'll be honest with you. So I'm answering based on that, what you said. Yeah, you don't need the
Pliskin,
ground
you
force.
You don't need it. Yeah, you don't need it anymore, Pliskin, by the way. They don't. Force AI. They already did it. It's already done.
Doesn't matter. Eventually the way based on the trends, the economic trends that we're seeing, that China has the biggest. Which one do they have? They don't have the biggest economy, but they have the biggest market. Is that a correct statement?
Yes.
Okay. So when they do have the biggest economy, because it's going to happen, I already see it happening based on the trends, right? Now, when a country has a big economy, especially if they have the intention to be the number one superpower in the world, they have the economy to back their military spending, right?
Well,
So
I mean, well,
now
what I
they
would look
also
at
have
is you have to look
yeah.
at the two countries, right?
Mm.
America and like the United States and China both are in trillions, trillions of dollars in debt to IMF. Whereas look at where Russia sits. They're only a couple hundred billion. That says a
That is
lot.
true. That is true. I
That says a
mean,
lot.
the thing with Russia is they can spend, they don't have the economy, but they can still spend most of their money on their military. So and then
Yep.
the rest of their country will suffer in other areas. That can happen. But
And you really think he gives a shit about that?
um but I don't know.
I
It's
mean, people
just
tend I don't know, people tend to forget the fact that Putin was literally the head of the KGB. He was literally the head of Spetsnaz. He then takes over. He takes over in control. Come on, folks. This guy is like a battle hardened war dog. He ain't Biden.
I don't know. The only thing that I think the US have in their advantage, but I don't even know if that's an advantage, but the new technology that's coming out that we just mentioned. But the fact that we all over the world, like for us to deploy an aircraft carrier, we it can reach certain places around the world within a day or maybe less, right? As
Sure,
opposed to
as long as
Russia
they
and
got. Wait a
China who
second. Sure,
don't
they
they
do. As long as
yeah.
they got comms. As long as they got comms. As long as they got comms. Shit, man. You release rods of God. Forget it. How are you going to get anywhere?
Yeah. But I'm going to speak for what for as of now. Let's speak for what we know. I get what you're saying,
That's what
but
we
I think
got.
that would
We
be the
know it.
only.
We know they got it. Come on. Are you trying to
uh,
tell me they don't?
I'm saying I would say they do, but you indeed when it
Look,
comes to
they knock
military
out
warfare, you
SATCOM.
really
They
don't
knock
know
out SATCOM.
until you know. You know, it's like
Mm,
Israel, like this. This is what it comes down to. Like, does Israel have nuclear weapons? We kind of know, but we don't know. You get what I'm saying? It's one of those kind of questions. Like we know
sure.
they have to
Yeah.
have, but do we really know? Because it's not really been, you know. But we know they have nuclear weapons. I know they
Come.
have nuclear weapons. I know that. But if you ask Netanyahu right now, he wouldn't answer or he would not confirm it. You know, you know why? But I
That's
know
like saying
Israel has
the
nuclear
crazy
weapons.
that's like saying the crazy nutty pinata in North Korea doesn't.
No, but we know that's official. That's official. He actually like he would come out and tell you he has it, and then he does his stupid drills, and then like even the American intelligence will say he has it. Like they every intelligence around the world will say they have it. Israel is always a question mark, but the people that know, you know. So it's one of those questions. And I don't think Israel is the only country like that, to be honest with you.
Oh, I don't either. At all.
Hmm.
I mean, I see, especially when you're talking about, like the country of Iran. I mean, we know without a shadow of a
Right.
doubt, we've been tracking them working with thorium salts and MSR and MRS technologies with molten salt reaction. And I mean, we know this. You got China that's been playing with Tobomax. I mean, there's all kinds of tech out there that people aren't paying attention to that because we don't give a shit. Give us our TV dinner and our celebrities who are basically banging everything under the sun, including the kitchen sink and some reality TV shows and TikTok, and we're okay.
Hey, we on the Chinese app right now, man. You gotta
Yeah, I know.
you
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
respect
run by the
the
CCP, but
dragons.
yeah.
TikTok is also the Chinese is so involved in American life that a lot of people don't even know how much it is. It is what it is, It's they also big donors of colleges. some of our most elite colleges, Harvard, Yale, Princeton. We also have our big investors who invest in the Chinese market as well. It's very. It's not like when the U.S. and the Soviet had competition, there was a lot more separation. But the competition you see today with the U.S. and China is very different because China is involved in a lot of ways in American life.
Yes. And I
So
also see it as kind
it's
of
not
a
like how
silent Cold War. I mean,
yeah.
it's been a silent Cold War for, at least 30 years. At least.
Like even the president, Joe Biden, he had a lot of personal business in China. It's kind of
And
it
it's
is
possible he
that's
still does.
So
Just saying. It's more
it's
than likely he
it's
still
de-
does.
it's definitely not a U.S. Like the same situation with the U.S. and Soviet. That was a separation. That was totally different. You know. And it's funny because China is a
And
communist
several
country like
internal
them.
trade deals we've made with China, giving them land, giving them, like actual land in the United States, training facilities. I mean, it's a lot uglier than people think.
Donald Trump wanted to buy TikTok away from China. I can't remember the exact details, but he did want it to kind of take it away. And then you have the Republicans in Congress who wants to ban TikTok, but of course the Democrats are against that claim on the basis of free speech and. So again, it goes back to what I was saying. If the American public or the sentiment on the ground is not in line with what you're trying, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't. It's just a talking point.
Look what they're
You have
feeding
to get
us
the
in comparison to
population
what they're feeding
behind
their
it.
own people. That's what you have to look at. Look at what they're feeding our young people in this country in comparison to what they're feeding to their own people. That's it. That's all you have to look at.
Yeah.
They're feeding 30-second clippets of nonsense.
Well, we allow it. So, hey, what up, Chola? Organic. Tell me you fall asleep. Because if you fall asleep, I'm leaving. You the host.
Jeez.
Mercy, leave her the fuck alone. She's on break.
Okay. I know. Okay.
You're in this.
She not sleep. She on break. God damn, this is a job.
Okay. It is a job for real.
We now return you back to your,
your regular program.
regularly scheduling programmed. Yeah.
That was a commercial break.
We now return you back to.
So back to your 7 years, Box One. Your 7 years of being in a fake military, fake experience.
I don't
Do you
know
want
what
to
the
talk
fuck.
about that?
Yeah. About what?
Okay. Your dishonorable
Y'all rather
discharge.
talk about anything
Oh,
but
sure.
pussy.
Yeah. That was it right there. Yep.
How did you get dishonorable? You punch
I
your
don't
commander in the
fuck
face?
if I know.
What
I don't know.
happened?
Yeah, I don't know what kind of bullshit that is, but all right.
Yeah.
I gotta be fucked up.
That man said he read you. He read you. He felt your energy. Box
Yeah.
7, you explain it.
Oh, good. He know what it is. We already talked about it.
Oh my God! Please stop. It's like, really? That's your defense? I already know. Oh, okay.
That's an old situation. We're living in the past.
How did I supposedly become dishonorably discharged exactly?
You tell me. I mean, you the one brought it back up.
I have. Well, you're the one that's stating it, so you must know.
I don't know. I just know that that's what it was. That's what I do know. Now why? I don't know. That's between you and whatever you believe. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I got.
Well, I guess somebody better inform the DOD so they stop paying my pension.
Hey, stop.
Just saying.
I don't know. I don't know nothing about that. I just know what I know.
Congressional hearings on the UAPs and stuff. You guys are military, and I've heard you kind of touch on.
Now we're gonna dig deeper. There we go. Play.
Would that be considered something like they're trying to pull some type of false flag to get us to start thinking one way?
I don't. What was that, Nine? I couldn't hear what you're saying. You're too far away from your
Yeah,
microphone.
you
Sorry.
breaking up though.
We could hear you speaking, but we couldn't hear what you were saying.
Are you talking to me?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's a little better. It's a little better. Go ahead.
Not. Yeah.
Okay. This whole UAP thing and all of these cases coming out from the military.
Right.
From your guys'
Right.
perspective, I heard you kind of talk on it like it was like bullcrap. From your guys' perspective, and I'm not either, I don't believe it or disbelieve it myself. I just want to make that clear, but I'm curious about it. Would you consider this as being some type of false flag type of bait and switch, something else that's happening, maybe development of technology?
This is I mean, this is literally the Operation Project Bluebeam. This has already been done. I mean, we already knew this from Werner von Braun telling us.
Understood.
Expect me not take the life.
Say that again.
Can I tell your life?
I still didn't hear what you said.
Can I tell your life?
Sure.
You give me permission?
Sure.
Okay. What I said was true. You have a problem. You have a big problem. It's a money problem. It's a gambling problem. You spend a lot of money on gambling right now. You're not married. I can't see any children. You're divorced. You're divorced. I still don't see any children. I don't know what that's about. I don't have any kids either, so don't feel bad if that's the case. but you having a gambling problem, and it's due to a loss of a feeling that you had that you once had. You had a feeling a while ago that you can't really explain to anybody but yourself. Um, you are not a racist by any means. You're a really nice guy. You're a nice, cool going guy. But your gambling allows the best of you to be taken away. You were a very proud man a while ago. You was real proud. But that shit faded away real fucking smooth. You hated it. But now you're coming to grips with it because you can get it off your chest. That's all.
Ooh, boy.
Anything? Does that make sense to you?
Not in the least.
Okay.
I've never gambled in my life. I have two sons, 24 and 32. And my wife and I were married for 29 years, and she just passed away 5.5 years ago.
That's what it was. That's what it was. It wasn't a divorce. I apologize about that. I apologize for that one. It wasn't a divorce. Okay. I apologize for that one. That's from the heart. I apologize for that one.
I accept that.
All sincerity. I really apologize for that. I apologize for that. I got that one mixed up. That was a close one. That was a close one. But I'm right on though. I know that much. I didn't mean to make that meaning that last one that I apologize for.
Yeah, and I definitely don't know where you came up with the 7-year thing. I mean, I was in government service for 22 and a half years. Did 14 years solid in active military service for the United States Army. And then after my career in the Army, worked for Central Intelligence for the next 8.5.
Everything else is true. I really apologize for that one. And I keep that apology to you. But everything else I said is not wrong. Because I only misjudged that. I knew that you didn't have one. That's what came to me. Divorce was what came to me. That's why I said that. But now I know what that was. But now everything else is what it is. I'm never wrong. I'm never wrong. Even in that factor, I'm not wrong.
You said
I only apologize apologize for misleading in what I said and the disrespect that I feel that you felt with me saying.
Where else am I supposed to be going, V?
Anonymous, mind your goddamn motherfucking business, cause you be sitting in the goddamn den of demons too, goddamn it.
No, nowhere. I'm just supposed to sit in a hovel. I thought you were doing a panel tonight.
Real nigga speak.
Did you leave? Oh, you changed your mind. All right.
I love it. I love it.
No clue. Don't know.
You got it. You can lie.
The
You can lie
the
to me, but you can't know what's in me. And you can't lie to what's in you. You understand?
so just out of curiosity, for what made you ask the question about the UAP stuff?
I don't know where you be.
Well, I've been following all of that, and I'm familiar with Blue Beam. And honestly, the curiosity I have with it is the fact that if I understand Blue Beam correct, basically getting rid of people's religious tendencies, abolishing the family unit as we know it today, to basically weaken um, traditional values and to bring about this one world government, quote unquote, new world,
Right.
depending on what
Yeah.
But just curious because I've noticed that I'm seeing more and more of this constantly just being thrown in our faces, and all it tells me is that I should be looking out for something else. The something else is what's puzzling to me, and that's why
Exactly.
yeah. So that's why I asked that question to see if I can get any more insight because you guys have been. I wasn't fortunate enough to serve in the military. I chose college, the college route, and thank you guys.
You broke up. You're breaking up. I can't hear anything you just said.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, it's like I think it's when you like get back from your mic that we lose you completely, or we just hear like the vowels.